Okay, so we are going through and going to download digital music from the American Music Company website that our district has a license for. So we're going to begin by logging into this website. Again, it's americanmusicco.com. There are links on your school library video resources page. Our username for students is GSD student. Password is legal music. LEGALMUSIC. Okay, once you're in, it'll say hello, Scott. That's me. And now, next option, music catalog. This is a catalog. There are 14 pages. Think of these each as like a CD that has music organized by a mood or by a theme. And you can just click on the page and it'll show you all of the tracks that are inside that CD. It's one way of going through it. It's if you want to go through and review the catalog that way, you may. It'll be more efficient for you probably to use music search. So we're going to click on that. You can select a style or genre from many choices. You can also combine that with, let's say this, with a speed. Slow song, slow middle, middle to fast, and up tempo, which is really fast. So I'm going to say up tempo. So I say go, and then it's going to pick all of the tracks that it found that were matches to that. And in this case, there are 2 pages. So I'm just going to pick this song. I can listen to it by clicking this arrow. So that works. And so that's one option. I'm also going to go back to music search. There's another kind of cool tool. You can type in the name of a group, an artist, or something like that. I'm going to use the term Gaga to see what we find here. And there are styles of music that it would say represent the music of Lady Gaga. You can agree or disagree, but so you can kind of pick that. Some of the songs have lyrics. So if you say, hey, that's a piece I would like to use as part of a project that I'm using, we're going to click on the download button. Now, when you're in there, it'll show you different options. There are 2 formats. One is MP3. One of them is WAV. MP3 files take up smaller amount of memory and space, and they download faster. These are also very compatible with your Google Drive, and you can even play the music right out of your Google Drive. WAV files are more intended for Windows-related programs. They are higher quality music, but they take up more space, take longer to download, and you may have a little more difficult time finding a Chromebook program to play these files. So I recommend stick with the MP3s. My other piece of advice is not to download anything longer than you need. If you want to listen to a whole piece, like let's say you're creating a playlist to study to, you could use the full version. But if you're just using this to go along with a couple slides on a slideshow, you might want to pick something shorter. Downloads faster, takes up less storage space. So I'm going to download this song, but I'm going to do only the 30-second version of it. So I'm going to click on this, and you'll see in my browser it has just downloaded this. And this is actually going to the downloads file of my Windows computer. I have a separate video that will show you downloading to a Chromebook and how to get that file into your Google Drive. So on a Chromebook, on a Windows computer, I'm going to open up my Google Drive, and it is really helpful to create a folder in your Google Drive to store your music. Okay, and I've already done that, and I named it Music Files. So that is on right here. I created a folder. In fact, I've already downloaded a song to it, but I'm going to download another song to it. So on my Windows computer, again, I'm using the Chrome browser on a Windows workstation. I'm going to say File Upload, and I'm going to go to the Downloads folder of my Windows computer, And on that folder, I have, here's this file, this music file that I downloaded, a song called Going Native. I'm going to say open, and my Google Drive just uploaded. Now that was very fast because, again, I used a smaller version of the file and I used the MP3 format, which made it a pretty small file. If you look, it is about 3/4 of a megabyte. So that's pretty quick. And so from now my Google Drive, I can double click on that. There's a built-in music player. But I also have a file in my Google Drive now that I can use with other programs in order to create some background music. Things like a Google Slides presentation. I could embed the link to this song right into that Google Slides presentation and set it so that it plays in the background while I'm doing my presentation. There are other programs that it can fit into as well too. So, all right. So that should do it. One more recommendation I have is that if you are using a lab computer, I recommend going to the downloads folder using this Windows Explorer folder. And in your downloads folder, once you've moved it, delete that song out of your folder. These kind of things that you download, they are part of your profile. When you log into a Windows computer, it has to kind of carry that information over to that computer. So it's one of the things that might slow down how long it takes you to log into a computer. If you kind of keep this downloads folder cleaned out, that will really be helpful. So to download things, you just right click on them, click on delete, and they're gone. And that will help keep things moving smoothly. All right, thanks.